Hey guys.
Social media influencer Stephanie is about to travel across the globe to meet the love of her life. This is her single life journey so far.
Stepanka Matto from the Czech Republic became a topic of interest during her stint in 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 4, and for years afterwards. Known for her explosive behavior, apparent narcissism, refusal of intimacy, and ultimate failure to marry her same-sex partner, she noticeably changed later. Stephanie embraced her celibate personality but evolved as a person while looking for love in 90 Day Fiancé The Single Life. After the show, she became a social media personality and businesswoman selling bizarre products. Although people consistently rated her as one of the most hated cast members in the TLC show, she continues to draw interest and has raked in serious cash from business ideas others ridicule. Before we get to those, let's review her time on TV. To understand some adverse events in the show, viewers must know that 3 disorders significantly impact Stephanie's life, and getting the aplastic anemia diagnosis in 2017 is by far the scariest. This rare bone marrow condition means that her body doesn't produce enough blood cells to ensure regular functionality. Consequently, she is often fatigued, at a higher risk of infection, and may develop uncontrollable bleeding. Aplastic anemia is incurable, and only a bone marrow transplant and blood transfusions can manage its progress. Although Stephanie tried the latter option, she has yet to find a matching bone marrow donor. At a later date, she said that the disease was in remission, but of course can return, and in the meantime, she was diagnosed with a second disorder called PNH, or paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Although less invasive and life-altering, Stephanie confessed to having body dysphoria too. Thus, she was upset about gaining 15 pounds or almost 7 kilograms in Australia in 2020, after becoming depressed and gorging on chicken schnitzels. Consequently, she admitted to having a chin liposuction procedure in March 2021, while her second TLC show aired, and had under-eye filler and Botox injected into her forehead at some point. Stephanie grew up in Derby, Connecticut, USA, and divulged in the show that she was a stripper in Los Angeles at 24. That period of her life was difficult, especially since she had no one to turn to, and suffered undesired situations while dancing, influencing her subsequent intimacy problems. Stephanie is a woman of many talents and has dabbled in several professions and hobbies. She appeared uncredited in All That, a Nickelodeon TV series aired for 11 seasons. That boosted her enthusiasm, and she planned on becoming an actress after being cast as Alicia in the 2009 movie She's Got It. Unfortunately, her acting endeavors stopped there. She then switched to book publishing and announced a debut book of short stories in 2015, entitled Mean Boys and Memories, a compilation of my most outrageous, hideous, and embarrassing stories. The same year, she co-authored with 6 others a book entitled Democratic Contestation on the Margins, Regimes in Small African Countries. Stephanie joined the cast of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days during the 4th season, which aired in early 2020, alongside her partner Erica Owens as the first LGBTQ couple. Stephanie was 29 and a YouTuber, while Erica, an Australian-based photographer, was 24. During an introductory interview with Us Weekly, Stephanie said,
there's people that have been following my social media for a long time, and I'm sure they're probably very caught off guard.
Instead of telling the behind the scenes, including her mother, she came out in the show, surprising everyone. As for why she waited, Stephanie explained,
It's pretty crazy, but I'm a pretty crazy person, and I felt like this was like ripping the Band-Aid off, like the ultimate coming out, like you can't back out now, you just gotta do it.
Besides her sexual orientation, Stephanie hid her plans to travel to Australia to meet her online lover. That wouldn't be such a big deal if it weren't for her health condition. She had to get doctor's approval and medical documents before embarking on that trip. In contrast, Erica never told her family that she had met someone online and was in a 3-month relationship. Problems started the moment Stephanie arrived in Port Augusta, a small South Australian town, and met her partner. Erica noticed that Stephanie's personality was significantly different from that in her YouTube videos, as she wasn't affectionate. In contrast, Stephanie doubted whether Erica's relationship with her friends remained at that level. She also commented that her networking app, BumbleBiz, looked like a dating app, suggesting she may be cheating. Moreover, they had different ideas of joint fun activities. For example, during their first date, Erica took her to an art studio to plaster each other's boobs. Stephanie felt uneasy, refused to participate, and left, which confounded Erica, who thought that she was more sexual on YouTube. Besides asking Erica to delete all alleged dating apps from her phone, seen as controlling, news surfaced that Stephanie was dating an Australian man before meeting Erica, but hadn't mentioned him. Moreover, at a later date, Stephanie laughed when an interviewer called Erica's friends dregs of society. After seeing the first few episodes, many fans concluded that Stephanie was a cloud chaser and may not even be into women. The latter claim was mostly confirmed when at the last second, Stephanie backed out of telling her mom she was bisexual. In a conversation afterwards, Erica felt deeply betrayed, used, and like Stephanie, was embarrassed by her. She promptly revealed that a previous girlfriend kept her a secret for over 9 years. In response to her confession, Stephanie blew up and started throwing objects. Moreover, from the second she stepped off the plane, Stephanie never went further than giving Erica an awkward side hug. Thus, she never consummated their relationship. She also came across as selfish and narcissistic, throwing tantrums and finding fault in nearly everything Erica did. One particular lousy habit was yelling, and Erica looked defeated by the end of the season, after repeatedly asking her to keep her tone down. Needless to say, the two broke up and never even planned to marry during the 4th season finale of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, on 31 May 2020. As a result, Stephanie returned home, and the two ceased direct communication. Shortly afterwards, fans remembered that only the US-based partner was getting paid by TLC. Even then, reportedly only $1,000 per episode, or usually $15,000 per season, with a $2,500 bonus for appearing in the tell-all specials. Therefore, while Stephanie presumably supported her financially based on TLC's demands, Erica earned nothing from her on-screen appearances. More drama ensued behind the scenes during the show's airtime and after, particularly in interviews and social media. On 7 June 2020, after the tell-all episode conducted via Zoom due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Stephanie shared messages with Erica stating she was uncomfortable with sex because of her stripper past. That contrasted the Australian's claim she was attracted to the sexual side she displayed. During that time, she reiterated that she was bisexual and accused Erica of returning to an ex-girlfriend 3 weeks after they broke up. Moreover, Stephanie blamed her for asking TLC to grant her a TV show with her and the ex-girlfriend behind her back, adding, "Elated I never trusted her. If your gut tells you not to trust someone, there's a reason." She said that Erica never deleted the dating app and that the BumbleBiz profile was not the one she spotted on the phone. In a closing statement, Stephanie revealed that Erica even went dancing with friends and the TV show cameraman on her last night in Australia, leaving her alone in the hotel. Nevertheless, she called her the most beautiful woman she dated. Fans also disliked the comments of Stephanie's best friend, Heather, who chimed in during the tell-all episode and essentially ignored all arguments and negative views of Stephanie. Her appearance also highlighted her YouTube channel, Heather Jade, on which she posted a nearly 13-minute video entitled 90 Day Fiancé, Spilling the Tea on Stephanie, in March 2020. She said nothing new, merely noted Stephanie is like family to her and defended her explosive, selfish, jealous, and erratic behavior. However, instead of siding with Stephanie, fans only seemed to support Erica's side more. Fans were awaiting Erica's public response after the season finale. Still, during the tell-all episode, Erica said very little compared to Stephanie, emphasizing that she doesn't want to see or hear from her ex-girlfriend and wishes the show gave her more time to speak up. She also denied Stephanie's accusations of narcissism and called her the selfish one. Based on her testimony, Stephanie failed to listen to her, put her in a tough spot by asking sensitive questions in front of friends, and would cry or argue over her feelings instead of taking criticism. Shortly afterwards, Erica used Instagram stories to explain that she initially kept her mouth shut for years, despite having so much she could say. Without going into much detail, she described their relationship as toxic and short-lived, and obviously not authentic. She also defended her friends, whom one interviewer called feral, of no value to society, and living in sheds in the outback. And Stephanie laughed. Erica responded sharply, saying, "Not everyone makes millions of dollars yearly on radio shows and selling farts in jars." Moreover, she reiterated that she wanted nothing to do with Stephanie and told her to sell jarred farts and forget about her. The dust settled relatively quickly after the social media confrontations. Both pursued independent projects and showed no desire to sign with TLC again. Then in the second half of 2020, a longtime fan commented that Stephanie was much different in the show than on social media. This time, Stephanie responded directly and had a different answer, remarking, "The story you saw on TV was 10% of the full story. There were things not discussed. Perhaps if they had been, my concerns and behavior would have made much more sense." This time she expressed regret for how things happened. In retrospect, she realized things shouldn't have gone that far, that she should have returned home way sooner. In another interview, she admitted that,
"I've rewatched the show a couple times and I can quite honestly say, I don't like the person I saw on TV. I was going through a lot emotionally, mentally, physically."
She reminded fans that she had unwanted advances as a stripper and that a fan stalked her, forcing her to call the police. Consequently, she felt pressured into intimacy in front of the cameras, causing a knee-jerk reaction and atypical responses. Despite blaming the show's editing for her portrayal, she committed to finding her special someone, and fans wanted to see where the story led. Therefore, she accepted TLC's offer to join the 90-Day The Single Life cast during Season 2 and appear in 90 Day Diaries to share her thoughts since filming was restricted during the COVID-19 pandemic. Although eventful, the show primarily focused on self-reflection and personal growth. Stephanie worked on changing some things she was criticized for and disliked in herself. For instance, she worked with a wellness intimacy coach to solve her intimacy issues. In one conversation, Stephanie revealed that she was celibate for years. Even before the show, she avoided attachment to people because being intimate rarely brought her joy. Additionally, she admitted that fatigue from her illness and medications such as Lupron contributed to her reduced sex drive. After she ended her run in 90 Day Fiancé The Single Life without finding a partner, she focused on retaining her fan base with frequent social media posts. Moreover, she started an OnlyFans account and reportedly within 2 weeks made about $33,000 from monthly subscriptions and fan requests. However, when the platform announced a crackdown on explicit content, she started a platform entitled Unfiltered and started selling fart jars for $1,000 a piece. She would eat a daily diet of hard-boiled eggs, low-sugar yogurt, beans, and protein muffins to stimulate her stomach. After passing wind and capturing it, Stephanie would put a flower petal on the bottom of the jar, noting it retains the smell, and write a special note to each customer. In January 2022, Stephanie revealed that she ended up in the hospital after a suspected heart attack. However, after several tests, including EKG and blood work, doctors established that the cause of her chest pain was stomach gases. With that knowledge, she stopped selling fart jars because she was overdoing her steady diet of eggs, bean soups, and protein shakes to boost the intensity. Nonetheless, she claimed that up to that point, she made roughly $50,000 a week and had amassed over $200,000 from the business. Despite making it seem like the hospital visit would end her business endeavor, she twice returned to the business. On Valentine's Day, she launched fart-scented candles at $99.95 a pop, discounted to $49.95 on Stepanka World's website. Then, on 23 December 2022, she made a comeback with one-off fart-filled Christmas ornaments in collaboration with fellow reality TV personality Tanya Maduro. Outside that, she switched to selling fart jar NFTs at 0.05 ETC, a lithium, made $130,000 in less than 2 weeks, and revealed plans to create a course on building a female-led brand. She also sold several bizarre items, such as used panties, socks, bras, and even Tata sweat, i.e., bottled breast sweat. Although there were hints during the 90 Day Fiancé, the Single Life tell-all episode in mid-2021, Stephanie's life changed drastically away from the spotlight. Stephanie revealed she'd ended her multi-year celibacy with a Frenchman, with whom she started talking in February 2021, and went to Paris to meet in July. Stephanie admitted to feeling a soulmate connection she never experienced and couldn't explain. Contrary to all her on-screen problems, she immediately felt at ease and enchanted by him. The two went to a luxurious Paris hotel on the first day and showered together within 30 minutes, thus ending her dry spell. She later joined him in Vienna, Austria, and Barcelona, Spain, and the two officially started dating in October 2021. On top of falling in love, she revealed that he is sexually adventurous, super sexually compatible, and open to having a threesome with another woman. She also gushed about feeling it was the most serious relationship of her adult life, and that she sees her future with him. Fans have reasons to doubt that her assertion will prove to be true, and are similarly suspicious of the alleged profits from her business endeavors described. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.